Hello guys and welcome back to another video. In this video here, I'm going to explain you a little bit more about CSS. What is CSS and how we can use that inside of our HTML file. We already learned how to use HTML, but now I'm going to introduce you to CSS and how you can apply CSS inside of a HTML document, right? So first thing that you need to do, of course, is to have Visual Studio Code installed and you need to have a HTML file. By now, we will learn that way, but you will see that we have a lot of different ways to put CSS inside of your HTML to style your HTML. So the first way that you can create a CSS file or to style your HTML is inside of the body tag. You can see that I have here, let me just comment everything here. You can see that I have here the body, right? The body tag here, and I want to put a tag here called style. Inside of this tag style, I can apply a lot of different styles here, as you can see in this suggestion. And I'll explain you a little bit more about each of these styles here, but and how does this thing work, because this is primarily how CSS works when you want to apply style to something, right? Let me just uncomment this thing. And you can see here I have the style tag inside of this style tag here that opens here and closes here. I have a lot of different tags being represented here. So I have the h1 tag and I have this curly braces here that opens here and closes here. And inside of these curly braces, I can put my CSS styles such as background color or even font family if I want to, but I will pass off each of these styles here. But I just want to explain you a little bit more about how this guys here works and how you can style them through CSS. Let me just save here and show you the result. As you can see here, I have all the styles applied. So I have the styles that I put inside of H1. H1 I have the color that is red, H2 the color that is blue, H3 the color green, H4 yellow, orange, purple, and a lot of different colors that I've been applied using CSS in this way here, right? So this is a way that we can style CSS, and all of this type of styles that I want to put, let's say inside of H1 or H2 or H3, I can put inside of you can put under the curly braces here, right? So I just need to put what I want to style, and inside of curly braces I put the style that I want. Okay, and I can put any tag that I want to style here, but let me show you a different way so you can style something using selectors that we call CSS, right? Let me just erase everything here, just keep the H1, right? I'll create a H1 here with my name, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a selector inside of my HTML tag, and this selector, it can be called class or it can be called ID. The ID is a unique identifier that I can use to put this identifier here inside of this HTML tag and call the CSS, so I can style only this guy here, or I can use the class or class name and put a class name like, let me call this guy here title, right? And how can I style this guy through the class? And why should I use that? Let me create another H1, right, with developer here, right? And let me save and return to the screen. I have here the name and the word developer there. When I style H1, I will change the color of every H1 here, the first one and the second one. And if I want to style only the first one, that is my name, I don't want to style every H1, but just one specific H1 or just one specific classes. I don't want to change all of the classes, just some specific classes. I can style them through the class name that is selector here or the identifier here. And how can I style something using CSS through the class name? I just need to put dot and the name of the class, dot title in this case. right? And if I return, only the first one is red, not all the H1, because here I'm not styling H1 anymore. I just style on the class title, right? So I come here to title and only style title. And if I go here and put class title, everything will be red. But if I put here like title one, it would not work, or title one, this one here would not work because I apply style just to this class name here. Okay, I can also use ID to style. Is a little bit different, but I will show you here. You can see that it's not in the same way that I style the classes, because I have title here as a class name and that style is not applied, but I should do it that way to style. I put the hashtag. The dot is to class name. The hashtag is for ID, but it works at the same way. If I put 2 here, the style will disappear, right? So this is the selector in CSS. It's just a little bit about the styles that we can apply CSS, right? So we'll see you in the next video.